Good afternoon, everyone. This is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle that I was planning to do to end the Entropic Power Lines puzzle pack contest that I was running. And I may have completely got my dates wrong while I was planning ahead because I do record well in advance. I'm recording this over a week before the end of the puzzle pack, and I think I've got everything wrong on my schedule all mixed up. So if this is coming out later than I said I was ending the pack, then I'm just going to continue to accept answers for an extra day or however long it takes. Yeah, I'm pretty run things pretty loose around here. So when this puzzle comes out is when I'm going to stop accepting answers. So if you manage to sneak in at the end because I got my dates wrong, congratulations, you win. Well, possibly. You got some extra time. This is Faraday Cage by Sotek. This is an Entropic Lines puzzle, one of the ones from the Entropic Power Lines pack, which, that's the thing I've been talking about for a while, and I will mention it again. The Entropic Power Lines pack, I am no longer accepting submissions from answers for it, but the pack still exists. It will continue to be a free pack available on my Patreon page until my Patreon page implodes for some strange, unexpected reason. And then I'm sure the pack will be available somewhere else. So yes, it was a lot of fun. I did receive a lot of answers already, and I assume I will receive a lot more in the coming week and a bit. And I've looked at a few of the puzzles, and this is one I have not looked at before, so I'm going into this one completely blind. So let's have a look. So, there are three rules in this puzzle. Normal Sudoku rules apply. We have in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Killer cages are a nice simple one. The digits that are placed in cages must sum to the digit in the top left corner of the cage. Then we have the rule that the pack was all about, the entropic lines constraint, which means that along any entropic line, if you pick any three digits, and it could be those three, it could be those three, it could be literally any three digits, any three consecutive digits, one of them must be low, one of them must be medium, and one of them must be high. Low being 1 to 3, medium being 4 to 6, and high being 7 to 9. That's what we've got to go on. Let's give this a shot. And I really have no idea how to start this puzzle, which is fun because it means I'm exploring together and there is a bug flying around my screen. So I'm going to be bugged while I'm doing it. So what can I tell about this puzzle? Okay. Well, I know that that is not high. That is either low or medium because both of these have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. What have I done? Let's do that again. These have to be low or medium because they have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and they can't be 3. 1, 2, 4, or 5. Yay. So one of those is going to be high. This has to be low or medium, which means it's 6, 7. I'm doing it again. Low or high. Wow, I am. Position my hands on the keyboard correctly. This has to be low or medium, which means this has to be 1, 2, 3, or 4 because I can't put 5 in a 10 cage, which means this has to be 6, 7, 8, or 9 because that's what brings those to 10, which means this has to be medium or high. I have to put a high in here. Now I can't put a high in there either. So I have to put 3 highs in those. Because high is 7, 8, 9. If I put a 7 in, if I put a 7 into a 7 cage, it would go with a 0, an 8 with a -1, or a 9 with a -2. And in this Sudoku puzzle, 0, -1, and -2 are not valid digits. So I have to put 3 high digits into there. So what's the breakdown of this line? That, I'm just going to use grey as colouring, or the grey digits as colouring, to get me an idea of how this... Really? So all of those are the same. And I've got to put three... Those all have to be high because these have to be the same. And if this wasn't high, then I would have to put 3 high into those digits, those 2 cells, and that's not going to work. So these are all high. And these are all low or medium. Okay. Now I've got all 3 highs in this box. So these... I can't use a high in an 11 cage. So I can't use 9.2, I can't use 8.3, I can't use 7.4. This has to be 5.6. So those are both medium, which means that's not me. Neither of these are medium. So this is a low, so this is a low, and this is now a medium, because if this is low, this is 1 or 2. 1 or 2 goes with 4 or 5, so that is now medium. This is high, so this is low to complete this entropic line. That is really cool. That's very clever. Now, one of these has to be medium, so I have to put a 4 in here somewhere, which means that has to be low. Because I've got all 3 highs, the 4 has to go... I need to put a low and a medium on this line to get the medium onto that run of 3 digits or that run of 3 digits. So there must be a medium here. So that'll be all 3 mediums and all 3 highs taken. That must be low. So this is 1, 2, or 3. So to get 1, that'll be 6, 2, 5, or 4. So this is actually medium. So I've got 2 mediums and 2 lows in this. 1, 2, 3. I don't mind pencil marking. Pencil marking is fun. It's why we're here. This is not a 4, so this is not a 6. Well, or just use the colouring that I've got. That is not medium. That is low or high. And the reason it's not medium is I must put a medium on that run of 3 digits, and I've got 2 mediums down there. 1 medium in there and a high down there. Hang on, that can't be medium. Or high. That can't be medium. Because I need to put a medium there and a medium here for the column, and that can't be high because I can't put another high on this thing. This is low. So that's low, so that's medium. So that's medium, so that's low, which means that's the 4 and medium, because 4 is not low, and that is low. Again, very clever. 1, 2, 3. These are 1, 2, 3. I don't mind marking triples. Marking triples is fun. Now, the 7. The 7, I don't have any highs to use, which is fine. But the 7 must contain a medium. 1, 6 contains a medium. 2, 5 contains a medium. 3, 4 contains a medium. So it must contain a medium. So I've got 1, 2, 3 mediums taken. That must be low. So this is 1, 2, or 3. In fact, there must be a 3 over here. The way this 11 cage breaks all that open is very clever. I like it a lot. Mark my triples. Always mark your triples. So there must be a 4 on here. Not really ready to mark across boxes. Can I do the same trick up here in reverse? Like a 14 cage can't have a 4 on it. So this is either going to be medium or high. So I can't put a low on this. This is going to be medium or high. So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9 because I can't put 5 in a 10 cage. So this is 1, 2, 3, or 4. I get the feeling this is symmetrical. Now I just got to remember what I did. I know it was clever. So the 13. 13 also can't have a low digit. So I've got to put 4 low digits into here. And let's colour these again. So we go grey, light grey, medium grey, black, light grey, medium grey, black, light grey, medium grey, black. Yes. So I have to put 3 low digits into here. But if I make this anything other than low, then I will have to put all of them into there. So these become low. Now, once these are low, well, I've got all 3 lows in this column, but now I've got to do 11 without using lows. So I can't use 9, 2. I can't use 8, 3. I can't use 7, 4 because of the 4 given. This is 5, 6. And these are both green. And this gives me all the green. These are both high now because I've got all of the greens and all of the blues in the column. That is stupidly clever. As in, that's very clever and I am stupid. That is high. That is... It was a joke, by the way. I don't think I'm that stupid. This is 1, 2, 3. That's all of the lows in the column. So this is going to be a medium and a high. So that digit there has to be high because I've only got one more medium to use and it must go on this line. So that has to be 7, 8, or 9. If that is 9, that is 3. If that is 8, that is 4. If that is 7, that is 5. Right, of course. So this is 4, 5, 6. So that can't be 4 anymore. So this is low. So this is high. I have to put a 4 in there. And a high. So this is 4, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3 means that's not 6 anymore. So that's not low. Sorry, that's not medium. That is high. Low, hang on. So if that's high, that's high. So this is 7, 8, 9. Now, if this is 7, no, this can't be 7. This could never have been 7. So if that's 8, that is 6. And if it's 9, it's 5. So that is not high, that is medium. And hang on, I can keep colouring here because 3 away from this can't be 4. This has to be the 4 because this can't be the 4 because if that was a 4, that would break this entropic line. That is high. These are medium. That is high and that is medium. I can do the same here. This is low and this is medium. And that is 5, 6. And this now has to be a 4. This is 7, 8, 9. This is a high and a low. Should have kept going down here as well. I'm bad at colouring my entropic lines. So these are 4, 5, 6. I have to put... I have to put a low down here. So there's no low down here. There's no 4 there. So wait. 5 and 6. 6 goes with 1. There's no 3 here. So there must be a 3 in here. So this is only a 1 or a 2. These are 1, 2, 3. That's a 5-6 pair. This is not 4. 4 is up here. So 4 has to go down here. 4, 6 doesn't work. I can't put 4 there. If I put 4 there, that becomes 6, that becomes 5, but I don't get enough mediums in that row. That can't be 4. That has to be the 4 and becomes medium. So what are these? I can't use mediums. So it's 1, 9, 2, 8, or 3, 7. It's not that helpful. But I do have to put 5 or 6 in here. So this is 1, 6 or 2, 5. That's the only place for 3 in the row now. That's 3. That's not a 3. That is not a 3. There's probably something here I'm missing. There's definitely something here I'm missing, as always, but, you know. This is still low and high, so this has to be high. Because I'm missing a low and a high from this box. This is low, high. This has to be high. So this is 7, 8, 9. So this is 1, 2, or 3, and it's not 3, so this is not 7. I now have an 8, 9 pair. I've also got a 1, 2 pair. I have to put a 7 in there? Yeah, there's nowhere else. 7 must go in there. Hang on, this is 1, 2, 5, 6. So these must be high. I can't put high in any of those 6 cells. These are both high. So these are 7, 8, 9 and must contain a 7. But there's no 7 there. Seven is down here. So this is also low and high. So I can't put any highs over here. This is 4, 5, 6. So what can make up a 13 cage? So if this is 9, 4, no, I can't use 9, 4. Forget that. Because if I do 9, 4, I've broken it. If I use 8, 5, what does this become? Can't use 9, 5, can't use 8, 6. This can't be 8, 5. If this is 7, 6, this becomes 8, 5. This has to be 6, 7. There's no other possibility because 8, 5 breaks that and 9, 4 breaks that. This has to be 6, 7. There is no 6 here. Sorry, there is no 6 here. This is 5 and 5 goes with 9. That makes this 6. There is no 6 there, so there is no 1 there. It means there's 1 in one of those two. That's now 5 and 6. So 6 and 7. This has to be an 8. It's the only thing I'm missing from the row, which takes 8 out of both of those. This can't be 4, 6, 3, 7, or 2, 8. This has to be 1, 9 now, which makes that a 2. Yeah, that is absolutely the case. There's 4 ways of making 10. 1, 9 was possible, 2, 8 is not, 3, 7 is not, and 4, 6 was not. 5, 5 is just not going to happen. So the 1, 9 here makes this 1, 2 a 2, takes 2 out of there, but more importantly, it means this can't be 2, 5 or 2, 5. So this is 6 and 1. 6 is medium, 1 is low. This is a 2, which is low, which makes this an 8, and takes 8 out of those. Makes that an 8. 8, no, I've got a 8 as somewhere in here. Yeah, can't put 8 there because 8 plus 7, yeah, that's not an 8. 8 is in one of those two. Because if I put 8 there, the minimum I could make those two cells would be 15, and that would break the 13 cage. So that would be bad. I may be fuzzy on the whole good bad thing, but that would be bad. 4 and 5 need to go in this cage. That's a 4-5 pair. 4 and 5, 4 and 5, 4, 5 have to go up there. That is not a 3. This is a 4-5 pair, which are both medium. 4 and 5 means that's not 9. 9 is now in there, which means that's not 9. But I've now got all the mediums. This is very clever. This is not a 2. It's got to be these cages now, doesn't it? Oh, am I going to pull out my calculator for this? We all know I'm going to, don't we? So let's grab 13 and 14 in 3 killer cages. Okay, so 14 using a 1 or a 2. A lot of options there. And 13 must use a 7 or a 9. Less options. This also must use a 1 or a 2. So this must be a 1 or a 2, and therefore low. So this is a 3. Because 13 in 3 with a 7 or a 9 must use a 1 or a 2. And the others, well, hang on, I now can't use 1, 3, 9 here. So this has to be a 7. So it's either 1, 5, 7 or 2, 4, 7. So it's either 1, 5, 7 or 2, 4, 7. So either way, these are medium. This is not 7. Now, 14 can't use 3 or 7. So I can take out the options that use 7. Can't use 3. So it's, yeah, 4, 5 with 8 or 9. I can't use a 6. That has to be a 6. I will try and remember to throw a link above and below and everywhere to my actual, the spreadsheet that I use as my calculator so other people can take advantage of it. I know not everyone is a fan of me doing it, but I did all the math 2 years ago and it's faster and easier and I think better for me to present as a video rather than me sitting here figuring out all the possibilities. I think you're much more interested in the Sudoku logic than sitting here watching me struggle with math. So these are 4, 5, 8, 9. Now that can't be 4 or 5, so that's the 8, 9. That has to be the high digit. This is not the 8 or 9, that's a 4 or a 5, and that is the medium digit. Would have taken me a lot longer to find that if I'd done it the other way. So now I can focus on some Sudoku, maybe. There is a 1, 2 pair here, so this becomes the 3. This is not the 3. Have I done all the entropic lines and mostly resolved the killer cages now? That 7 makes that a 9. Okay. I can remove an option from there. That can't be a 7 because I'd need a 3 there and I took it out when I got that. And that 9 makes that an 8, so that becomes a 2. That is not a 2. That 8 takes 8 out of there. That 2 makes that a 1. Makes that a 2. 7 and 2 is 9. I need a 4 there. That makes that a 5. 5 and 1 is 6, so that becomes an 8, and that becomes a 9. There is no 9 in those. I need to put a 4 in one of those. So this is a triple. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, and 7. Well, there's no 4 there. Apart from that, yeah, there's no 4 there. Okay, 3, 4, 7. Okay, that was not the way forward. Something of 7, 8 pair looking down. That becomes a 9. That is not a 9. That 2 in a 6 cage. 2 plus 5 does not equal 6, no matter how much my math continues to fail me. That is a 5 because of the 6 over there, so this becomes a 6. That resolves the 7 and the 6, which also gives me some high-low colouring, or high-medium colouring. That 4 looks up making that the 5 and the 4. These are 1, 3, and 7. Well, this is not 7, so that gives me a 1, 3 pair. So this does become a 7, which I can mark as 9. High. Mark as high. In box 9, but it is high. This is a triple. 1, 3, and 9. That's not 1 or 9 because of that. So this becomes a 3, which makes it low. I can take 3 out of those, giving me a 1, 9 pair. But rather than try and resolve that, I'm going to use that 3 to make that a 1. Which makes that a 9 and that a 1. So that becomes high and that becomes low. This should just be the missing 2. Did you know the 2 was missing? And that 1 makes that 3 and that 1. This is now just a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. Not phenomenally useful at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 3 and 6. Maybe there's something pointing at all of this. This one too is pointing in there. So that's the 9 and that's the 1. Yeah. This 6 makes that a 5 and that a 6 and that a 5, or I just could have used the 6 in that box. So many different ways of solving the puzzle that I'm supposed to be solving. 9, making that a 7, which makes that an 8, which makes that a 9. The 8 looks down, making that 7, which makes that 8, which makes that 7, which makes that 8. Progress, slow and steady. This is also a 3, 7, missing from the box, the row, the column, and lots of other places. This is a triple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Well, that's not 7. That's not 9. Okay. There's no 7 there. Okay. Is there a pointing thing I'm missing? What is this? I need to put a 2 in there. This is 2, 3, 7, and 9. But I can't put, because of that, I can't put 2 there. That's the only place for 2. So that becomes low. This can't be 9 either. So that is a 3-7 pair looking down, making that 9 and that 7, which makes this 6 and this 9. So let's do some colouring. 6 and 9. The 6 looks over, making that 3 and that 6. We can colour. The 3 looks back, making that 7, that 3, and that 7. So we can go low and these become high. The 7 takes 7 out of there. Something I've missed, or I just haven't done yet. That 3 looks back, making that 4 and that 3. That becomes medium. That becomes low. The 4 makes that 5 and 4. Have I got a deadly pattern I can't resolve? No, there is there's a killer cage right there. That 5 makes that a 2, which makes that a 1, which makes that a 1, which makes that a 2, which makes that a 1, which makes that a 2. Now I've just got these final digits. That 8 is going to make that the medium digit. This will be the high digit. So that's going to be the 5. That's going to be the 8. And that is Faraday Cage. Again, I forgot to restart the puzzle before I started the clock. I load everything up, set up all my video and everything. So the time I've got on that is completely wrong. But that's the puzzle. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I've done a couple of other puzzles from the pack, just for my own recreational purposes, and yeah, they've all been good. And this one was also a lot of fun. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone who took part in the puzzle pack. If you didn't take part in the puzzle pack, don't worry. The puzzles still exist. Go do them. As I said, links below. If you've missed out, go check one of the previous videos for the last month. Well, if you other people are looking for them, reach out to us. But the links will be on previous videos. The links will be on my Patreon page. They're always free on my Patreon page. So far, I have not posted any exclusive content that includes puzzles or any of that. All of my Patreon paid rewards so far, the one thing I've done was a sneak preview of a video that was coming. So you don't need to worry about missing out on stuff if you do not pay. Thank you everyone for watching, and yeah, all I can say is good luck with your solving.